The Public is a 2018 film directed and written by Emilio Estevez, and we have a cast including Alec Baldwin, Taylor Schilling, Emilio Estevez, Jena Malone, Christian Slater, and various others. And I read the description for this and thought that sounds quite interesting. So I will read the description so you have the same information that I had, and then I'll talk a little bit around this, but I won't give any spoilers. And IMDb says, an act of civil disobedience turns into a standoff with police when homeless people in Cincinnati take over the public library to seek shelter from the bitter cold. As a concept, it sounded fascinating. I am a big supporter of libraries, and I do know that a lot of homeless people will go into libraries for warmth, for shelter. They have access to the bathroom in there. And I think that that's kind of one of the benefits that are not really talked about. I guess it's not one of the selling points, if you like, of keeping libraries open, which obviously in this day and age is something that's happening less and less, unfortunately. So I think raising awareness for this, I think, is absolutely amazing. I love the concept, and I love anything that supports libraries. However, I didn't love the execution of it. I thought it was very, very slow. It's also very long. It's about half an hour longer than it needed to be. We easily could have condensed that first half of the film, cut it in half, not necessarily straight down the middle, but we could have easily quickened things. We didn't need that long to get to the interesting stuff, and that meant that I was just a little bored of the experience by the time we got to the interesting and I guess more emotional stuff. The scenes where I had a stronger emotional response, so I wasn't the happiest by the time we got there, so it probably wasn't as impactful as it could have been because I was just a little bit irritated. But the good bits are very strong. I think they're very well executed. They are absolutely very thought-provoking, and those bits, obviously I'm not going to say what happens, but the bits regarding the standoff, as IMDb explains it, are, I think, worth watching and very moving. We have some really interesting characters. So yes, even though the first half-ish was very slow, we do meet some interesting characters. So there was something there that was interesting. The technical aspects are fine. Camera work, lighting, I have no issues with any of that. I think the biggest issue is quite simply the pacing. However, it is telling what I think is a very important story, and I can't hate it. I cannot hate the film. So I do recommend it, but I will say be prepared to be, at least if your perspective is the same as mine, be prepared to be a little bored by a good chunk of the film. But it does get there, and it becomes quite a moving experience, and it does have a lot to offer. It just certainly took quite a long time to get there. All things considered, The Public could be a stronger film, but the good bits, I guess in my opinion, the important bits, are very well done. So it could be tighter, but ultimately I came away from it feeling not unhappy with the experience. And if it sounds like a film for you, then I'd say it's one that is most certainly worth watching.